Joined by head coach Kevin Epley here at the Carolina Tennis Center. The Gamecocks getting ready to face Furman this week after taking last week off. Coach, before we turn our attention to that Furman match, let's go back a couple, not quite 2 weeks, but back to those last couple matches, playing at Clemson and at UVA. Picked up the win over the Tigers. Always a good thing to beat the in-state rival. That was 7 in a row now over Clemson. And then took a tough loss in Charlottesville 4-1 against UVA.
Yeah.
Just tell me about both those matches and that road trip and what you saw out of the team that weekend.
We played decently well against Clemson. Didn't feel like we played our best doubles at this point. I feel like some of us in singles are not playing at our highest level, but I think it was good to get out there. It's definitely good to get a win at Clemson on the road, of course. That's always a good thing, and it really let us know where we are, where we need to be. UVA was a little bit better, even though we got the loss. UVA is a good team. They have, their top 2 players are some of the best players in the nation. But we're really just trying to put the whole package together, get our competitive spirit right, get our ball making right, our consistency, and just getting the ball on the court, and also just sort of emotional and mental toughness and physical toughness as well. We keep pushing that. We feel like we're getting closer and closer.
Well, talking about doubles, what do you think has been, I guess, what's holding this team back with that a little bit? I mean, doubles is something you are sort of known for throughout your careers, having really strong doubles teams year in and year out. What do you think it's been? Because you've got some of the same doubles teams that you used last year, this season as well. What's sort of, what do they need to do to sort of get back to that form that they were starting to show, at the end of 2020 there?
Just more aggressive. There's just something within us right now that seems to be holding back a little bit, and we've been talking about it quite a bit. Laying it out there, being assertive with our serve, being intentional with what we're doing on the tennis court, coming after the returns, looking for the ball when we're at net. In some of these matches, it looks like the match is happening and we're watching, and it's we've got to be the ones that are dictating things from the very first shot, and we're doing that with our shot making and our energy levels, and we're getting there, but it's taken a minute, and I'm sure we will. I hope it's sooner rather than later.
In some of these matches, it seems like maybe the team is trying to, find a match where everybody is sort of maybe on the same page, or sort of you're getting that top effort out of everybody. It seems like some matches you've got, certain courts are playing really well, and then the next match it's a different set of courts that are playing well. Mm-hmm. Is that sort of what you're seeing too? That it's just getting everybody to have that best match on the same day?
Yeah, it's sort of all over the place, to be honest. I mean, it's not that bad, but it is what it is. And if 3 girls are partially off with their energy or the competitive spirit or ball making, and then 3 are on, it's really hard to paint a picture at the end of the match and say, hey, this is where we are as a team, because everybody's is in a different place. So again, it's really going to be a matter of just across the board commitment to the things that make us Gamecocks, and saying, darn it, this is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to come after them, and nobody's going to walk into our house and beat us. And if anyone beats us on the road, it's going to be because we push them to the very brink. And I just feel like we have more in us right now, for sure. And so we'll get there, one way or the other. And it just, all of these matches kind of are an indication or a benchmark as to where we are at any particular time. So just got to keep plugging away at it.
Well, after 4 straight matches against the ACC, now you're going to take on Furman, last non-conference match before, heading to Auburn, Alabama the following week. And this is a Furman team that's played a pretty tough schedule themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Auburn, Alabama, Duke, and just pulled a big win against Wake Forest the other day, the biggest win in school history for them in terms of just beating a ranked opponent, Wake Forest, number 16. So, this is a Furman team this is no pushover match or anything like that. This is a pretty tough team. They've got a really good player there at number 1 from Serbia. What else do you know about this team, and what have you sort of talked to your girls about with this Furman team coming in here Wednesday?
Well, Adam has done a good job as a coach there. He's really gotten their energy more competitive, and they're a little bit more in your face than they used to be in terms of like, we're here to compete and we're here to win. They've developed some pretty good players there at this point, and they've got some good talent, and they're definitely a competitive and fierce group. So I think we have to not only expect that they're going to bring that energy and bring that fight and that competitive spirit, but also we've got to enter the match, not waiting for them to dictate terms. Like I was saying before, we've got to take it to them in terms of the energy and the competitive spirit. So I think it'll be a good match.
All right, Coach, I appreciate the time out here, and we'll look forward to seeing that match on Wednesday and checking in with you afterward.
Thank you. Appreciate it.